know I'm a sucker for that
That's
shit.
your shit. Yes, sir.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Battle of the Sexes proudly brings to you its Talking Shit Tag Team Champions of the World,
Yes.
the bad guy P-Mac,
And the one and only, the walking holiday He-Man.
the Thundercats.
Thundercats.
We gotta get that drop too.
Yes.
Why have we not gotten that drop?
It's
See,
okay.
we got it.
Yeah.
We on top
Better
of that.
late than never.
We on top of that shit. We back again, another week, episode 53.
Like
I think. If it's not,
Yep.
oh well. 53. Cool.
See.
Bet. How's your week been?
Man, it's been long as fuck.
Yeah.
As usual, I'm ready to drink. But it's been doable. You know what I'm saying? Appreciative. Glad to see another day. But
Yeah.
definitely been a hell of a week. What about on your end, brother?
Slow motion on my end. Yeah, not much. Short work week.
Right on.
Took a few days off. Necessary from time to time, especially
Yes.
during these times.
Very much so.
Got to take care of yourself first. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
Mental health
Slow
days.
motion. Shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, we just going to get right with the shits. Song of the week.
Uh-huh.
Got to move on.
Uh-huh.
This was brought on. So, I was having a conversation with a certain Gemini.
Giants fan. They bipolar as fuck.
I don't remember when that conversation was. I think it was maybe a week ago. Maybe a week. Something like that. I don't know. But we were having a conversation. We was going back and forth, you know, because we bounce a lot of just different shit off each other.
Right.
You know?
Right.
A lot of different just relationship and anything that goes along with it.
Right.
You know, we just be bouncing a whole bunch of shit off each other. So, you know, she's telling me, you know, about a little bit of shit she got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we got on the subject of chasing,
Okay.
specifically chasing a woman.
Right.
Because a majority of the time, we talk about this all the time, men are typically the pursuers
That is correct.
of a relationship.
That is
So
correct.
we're talking about it. So I went into, I guess my most recent, even though it's not really recent, it's my most recent encounter of pursuing a female.
No
I was
doubt.
going into details about that. Now, me and this individual I was speaking to, I knew it was coming.
Okay.
Because we get jokes off all the time.
Right.
I be roasting shit at her.
Right.
All the time.
No,
So I knew it was coming. She decided to get some jokes off about me.
She got you.
And she
P-Mac.
let loose.
She got you.
She let loose. I was like, touche, nigga. Okay. I was like, all right. I had that coming.
All
I was
right.
like, all right. Because you know I don't give a fuck. I be
At
letting
all.
them loose.
Yes.
So, you know, she decided to get her jokes off. And all well and good.
Right.
The young lady in this scenario that I was pursuing at the time is also a Gemini. I was like, oh, you ain't fooling me with that. You just you know, you taking the Gemini side. I get it.
Right.
Fuck it, whatever. But I was, you know, just kind of getting my shit off about how, you know, you saw my post I made maybe a week ago, something like that, where I was like, 1 minute you vibing and the next you're not. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Correct.
It was in reference not only to that situation, but just in general.
Correct.
But that situation could fall in it.
Right.
Because in this particular situation, it's 1 minute, we was good, vibing. I'm talking being on the phone 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Them conversations that got you looking in the oven and shit.
Yeah.
you know why you on the phone.
Feet
Nigga
on-
ain't got nothing in the damn oven.
It's you in the dark, feet on the wall type shit. Yeah.
You know, just
yeah.
all that kind of shit. You know, vibing, texting all day, every day.
Right.
And then, like, the next minute, radio silence. Nothing going on. So I was telling her about this situation.
Right.
So obviously she was getting jokes off.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, we got to the meat of the shit when we really started to do a deep dive on the shit, you
Right.
know. And, you know, I tell you all the time, I'm an extremist.
Mhm.
So we got to it where she was like, well, maybe she fucking around with somebody else. I was like, more than like that is what it was. Because, you know, conversation gets shorter with you. It's typically getting longer with somebody else.
True.
So that's all. There's always that.
Right.
Then she was like, well, maybe you said something that kind of rubbed her the wrong way. And she was just like, well, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, in that scenario, if that was the case,
Mm-hmm.
because we vibe so well, I would think that she would have at least been able to say, "Hey, I didn't like it when you said this." So I don't think it was that.
Exactly.
I could be wrong on that,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't expect somebody to handle things
Right.
the way you can't dictate how somebody will handle something. I know me, if we vibing like that and you say, well, hell, even in any scenario,
Right.
you say something I'm not really fucking with, I'm gonna let you know.
Off the real.
I don't give a damn.
Right.
So, but again, I can't dictate how somebody else. So there's always that.
Right.
But then she started getting into if she was in that scenario,
Okay.
because I said I'm only gonna chase you to a certain extent.
No doubt.
And then she wrote me back and said, "Oh, you lazy." I was like, "I got
Excuse
to hear
me?
this."
Yes.
I was like, "I've got to
Excuse
hear
me?
this." And so she put herself in that scenario. She was like, "Oh no, a man got to chase me. He got to really chase me."
Mhm.
I was like, "I understand that,
Right.
but I'm only gonna chase you to a certain extent."
Yeah.
She was like, "That part right there, to a certain extent, it need to be all the way."
No.
Here's why I want to get into this.
Oh,
I was
yes.
like, "We got to do a deep dive on
We
this." shit.
have to.
My biggest point when it comes to this
Mm-hmm.
is I'm all for the chase.
Right.
I'm all for it.
Very much so.
Not saying I don't like it when a girl pursues me, but I'd rather pursue her. That's just how I'm built.
Right.
I like that chase.
No doubt. It's in our blood.
Yeah.
It's
it
in our
was
blood.
the begging antelope theory you brought up.
Begging, nobody likes a begging antelope.
Yeah.
That's just gonna lay down and be like, "I'm yours." No, it don't fucking work
Nah.
like that in the laws of nature, jungle.
Mm-mm.
It don't work in pursuit
No.
of the opposite sex.
Yeah. So I'm just like, nah, I prefer the chase. So let me start with this. Here's what I mean when I say to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
If we, you know what? I'm just going to jump right into it. At what point am I supposed to sacrifice my mental health
Mm-hmm.
to feed your ego by continuing to chase you when the energy and effort I'm putting forth ain't being reciprocated?
Yeah.
Not the actions I'm
Right.
putting forth, just the energy and the effort. Because the actions won't be the same
Right.
in that scenario. When you're chasing somebody,
Mm-hmm.
their actions are a reaction to whatever you're doing. So
Exactly.
they're not going to be the same. I'm not talking about the actions of it.
Right.
Just the energy, the effort. You got to match my shit.
Have to.
In that regard, you got
Mm-hmm.
to meet me halfway.
Exactly.
I ain't with all that bullshit of me, putting in 110 and you ain't even giving me 30. Like,
At all.
it ain't going to work. So when I say to a certain extent, I'm not about to piss away my mental health
Mm-hmm.
just to keep chasing you.
Right.
It's not going to fucking happen.
Nope.
Because one thing that I know a lot of people deal with, I've dealt with it before.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. One of the worst feelings anybody could ever have to endure
Mm-hmm.
is feeling like you're not good enough.
Correct.
Like you're not worth somebody's time.
Correct.
So why would I sacrifice my mental health in that regard to
Mm-hmm.
keep chasing you? That's what I mean when I say to a certain extent.
Right.
I'm not going to keep
Look.
this fucking merry-go-round. I'm not going to keep doing
No.
that shit. I'll do it
Mm-mm.
to a certain extent. And if that makes me lazy, well, then damn it, I'm the laziest motherfucker ever.
Bruh. and
Mm-mm.
that's the thing. I have to do it. Doesn't. Because case in point, one of the biggest things that we talk about is time being inventory, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So even if you look at it, motherfuckers don't do it in real estate. When you trying to build fix up a fucking house that you enjoy, that you like, and it start turning into a money pit, eventually you're going to be like, fuck this. This just ain't worth it.
Yep.
It's a nice house. It looked great. But damn, the foundation sucks.
Mhm.
The electricity is fucked up. As soon as I try and fix this gets fucked up. Then it gets to the point where you're like, I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor.
Yep.
I'm not getting anything out of this. Sure, it looks good on paper. Sure, we chop it up every now and again. Sure, we talk. Sure, we spend a little time with each other. But if I'm doing the only one that's doing the chasing, eventually my feet gonna get tired.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't enough road. It ain't enough shoes. It ain't enough rubber on the damn road to make me keep on going that route. Gotta at least show me something, because eventually the goal is it goes from a chase to a race,
Mm-hmm.
and we supposed to be running this some bitch together. But No, I'm right there with you. If I'm chasing, I'm starting to see signs to where you backing up, and like you say, eventually it's getting to the point where I'm just feeding your ego. Oh yeah, I got him chasing me. Yeah, he's da-da-da. And it's not about the fact that you're not worthy to be chased. The fact is that are you making it worthwhile to be caught? If you don't want to be caught, okay, fine. We can agree on that, and we go our separate ways, and we bumping each other, and we can do a little dance, so on and so forth. But if you making it seem like you're available to be caught, but at the end of the day, you're like, no, I'm enjoying. What they always say, they sometimes say the journey is more fun than the end game, than the goal. No, you're just enjoying the journey. Mm-hmm. You ain't trying to get nowhere specifically. You was just enjoying the fact of being chased, which means you don't necessarily like me or my time. You just like the fact that I'm pursuing you.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, that is not worth anybody's mental health. It's cool. It's cute. But just like a damn Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning newspaper coupon for a limited time only. Because eventually it gets old. Because sometimes some women, like you say, what happened if they seen you put that energy in another woman? Then feelings get hurt.
You already know.
Oh, so you just gonna stop? We gonna stop talking about you? Well, I chase you.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to catch you.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to sit up here and chop it up with you and be more. But who decided to keep on running ghost? It's on you.
Yep.
It's on you. So I'm with you on that.
Because, I would do a lot of things.
Right.
I would do a lot of things in this world.
Right.
I will give women the benefit of the doubt to at a certain point.
Right.
But once it starts if it starts getting anywhere in the vicinity of my mental health, that's a wrap.
It ain't worth it. It's not worth it.
I will not put anything or anybody over my mental health
at all.
Because now you're fucking with my peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
And I ain't fucking that up for nobody. I don't care how fine you are.
Because your peace goes in line with your day to day. When you get to the point to where a person is fucking up to where you have certain feelings or feeling some type of way when you're doing your usual everyday routine shit, damn man, I ain't even really feeling it. Damn, shit, we ain't even talk, we ain't even do that. No. Fuck that noise. Because then it gets to the point to where when I stop chasing you, I'm gonna see who's gonna break first. Because when I get to that point where I lock down, okay, bet that. Yeah. When I hit you with a bet that and see that energy ain't being reciprocated, you gonna break before I do. That's just the way it is.
And here's what it was important for me to make that distinction of the energy and effort being reciprocated, not the actions.
Right.
Ladies, because like we said, when men are typically the pursuers, men are usually more interested than the woman is.
Very much so.
And a lot of times when the woman is maybe equally or more interested, they won't show it because they want to be chased.
Exactly.
Majority of women want to be chased. I get that.
Right.
Ladies, I have a question for you. We need answers.
Right now.
You meet a guy. You feeling him. Maybe not as much as he feeling you, or maybe it's about equal. And maybe you're trying to give off maybe that you don't like him as much. You get it. You're being cautious. Get that. Right. A lot of women do it. A lot of women need to do that.
Very much so.
If you have a genuine connection with him and you are genuinely feeling him, you feel like he's a good dude, he's genuinely feeling you. He's putting forth an honest effort to talk to you every day or consistently talk to you.
Right.
Making an honest effort to get to know you, to try to spend time with you, not in the bedroom.
Right.
Are you gonna ignore that dude to try to make a point? To play hard to get at that level?
Right.
Where I ain't gonna respond to him just yet. I'm gonna wait till he hit me up a couple more times.
Playing the game.
That might work for them tender dick niggas.
Yes.
But we cut from a different cloth. I say this all the time. If I'm feeling you, I shoot you a little bit of bail.
Yeah.
I bet, because I know people, we go through shit.
Right.
Take that scenario. Me and her, we work crazy ass schedules.
Right.
So I get it. I get how crazy it could be.
Right.
We both work nights. Both sleep at crazy times. I get it.
I understand.
I'll shoot you a little bit of bail.
Right.
But I remember you saying this a long time ago. What's 2 seconds to send a quick text message?
That's it. That's all it takes.
All it take.
That is literally it. I don't give a damn if it's, hey, I'm busy, but just thought I'll touch bases with you. Cool. I don't need an explanation what the fuck you doing. I don't need to know.
We grown.
We grown. We, like you say, 2 different schedules. Respect that. Being considerate. Cool. But what is 2 seconds? That's all it take.
And again, I want to kind of stay on this chasing for a minute. I'm a very passionate person. I'll say that. Extremely passionate.
Right.
When I'm on something, I'm on it.
Right.
All the way. And I can admit that might come off a little strong at times because I'm not one of these fucking whack ass niggas that's gonna beat around the bush, that's gonna bullshit and play and fucking sell you a dream and play with your feelings all. I ain't with all that.
Right.
So if I'm feeling you, I'm gonna hit you up. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? How was work? How's your day been? Little shit like that.
No
it
doubt.
ain't gonna be nothing wild. Yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to hang out with you.
Right.
I get it. We in a pandemic. Shit's a little crazy right now. I get it. I'm still gonna make an effort.
Right.
But again, what's or let me say this, ladies. Us as men, we like to feel wanted too.
Yes.
Even when we're pursuing you. We know every woman in the world wants to feel wanted. But us as men, we want to feel wanted as well.
Yes.
It's a natural human emotion to want to feel wanted.
Exactly.
And genuinely.
Yes.
So ladies, don't forget that just because he's pursuing you, don't get caught up in the fact that, oh, he hit me up every day. Oh, cool. I ain't gotta do nothing. No.
Right.
No. Again, them tender dick niggas will eat that shit up.
All day.
A real nigga, he'll let it go for a little bit, but then he gonna leave your ass high and dry and move on to the next chick that actually do show him
something.
Shit.
Because when you sitting up there, because what do they say? I wonder how many, because they don't tell you the whole thing of the meme. The good morning text. I wonder how many other bitches he done sent this good morning to. Well, have you been responding? Because if you ain't been responding, of course he gonna shoot his shot and look elsewhere to see, oh, you know what? Oh, at least she hit me back. Look, babe, what are you up to? What do you got going on? Da 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 da. But if you be mature and respond and have some type of communication, show some type of effort that, you know what, your pursuit is going fulfilled. I see what you're doing. I'm interested. You know what? Let's go down this road. He will stop. He will narrow down the field. If he's a genuine, real ass nigga like us, he will narrow down the field all the way to where it's you. You know what? I vibe with her.
Yeah.
Damn, she gets me. She hits me back. Because that's what happened straight up with me and Angel Face. I was playing the field hard. But guess what? When it got to a point to where I text, she text back. I call, she pick up. We having whole good conversations. Then it got to the point to where I'm not the only one that's wishing good morning. She wake up at her day. Hey, I hope you have a great day. Hey, hit me up on your break. Work, all kinds of crazy busy. But guess what? Hey, I'm thinking about you. Little shit like that. But when you get lazy, I put you like this. How we always talk about. We don't like you being fucking lazy in bed. If we fucking, we don't fuck corpses or dead fishes.
Nope.
So you can't be lazy sexually, but you sure as fuck can't be lazy emotionally. If you're going to be a dead fish and thinking that, oh, I'm supposed to be pursued. I don't have to do no work. I look good. I don't have to check on him. I don't have to kick it with him. I ain't got to text him. I ain't got to do all these things. A man will lose interest in you. A nigga that is worth his salt will lose interest with you so fucking fast. Like you say, mental comes first. Mental comes first.
Okay.
So no, like you say, that chase, because it could work both ways. You could chase a man and he chase you, and both will be better for it in the end, in the long run.
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm a very passionate person.
Right.
You ask anybody that's passionate about anything, what comes along with that, which it can sometimes be a detriment if it don't work out right, is attachment.
Right.
When I get to a point where I'm vibing with somebody and I'm because it takes a lot for me to even get to that point.
Right.
Where I want to actually, okay, shit, we vibing. I actually want to see where this could go.
No doubt.
Attachment is going to come from that. That's just only natural.
Right.
But then, again, it could be a detriment when it goes back to feeling like you're not good enough.
Exactly.
I don't know who out there has actually experienced that before.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the worst fucking feelings ever.
It is. Because it leaves you questioning yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You start to ask certain things. Damn, I held it down. Damn. Then you start replaying past conversations. You start questioning a lot of things to the point to where, like you say, it starts eating at you. It starts getting to you. Then you have to find a way to bring yourself back to you, because you trusted this person with your time, with your emotions, with your effort. And then when you feel like, okay, I am good enough. We straight. We good. So then for it to just go up and smoke,
Yep.
just like with any coach, you question the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I fall short? What the fuck happened? When in reality, that person, it's on them. So no, you're right. Feeling as if you're not good enough is one of those things that it'll hit your soul and your heart, and sometimes it's tough to shake and let go.
Yeah.
Feel you on that.
Yeah, buddy. So when we was having this conversation, I was just like, no, this heifer ain't. And she actually and me and her, we done got so cool that she kind of know how far to push that.
Right,
shit.
right.
And I know too, because I actually had a moment with her
But
yesterday or the day before when I was like, okay, I don't want to take this too far,
But-
so I'm gonna stop getting my jokes off.
But that's what makes it so fun to know that you got that kind of that vibe.
Yeah.
To where y'all can talk and discuss meat and potato arguments, still get your jokes off,
Yeah.
but know that boundary of, okay, I know if I say this too long,
Yeah.
say about this subject, it's gonna get a little testy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's legit. That's legit.
Because when I was telling her about it, like I said, we went down the whole spiel. Well, maybe she fucking somebody else. I'm like, cool. I've been fucking other people while we've been talking. Because again, it's like you said, you start narrowing down that field.
Yes.
I hadn't got to that point where I was ready to just narrow down everything else yet.
Right.
Because like I said, it's 1 minute we good, 1 minute it's like it's radio silence.
Yes.
It's like nothing. I'm like, well, I'm not finna just fucking shut everybody else out until I know for sure
Right.
that this is something for real.
And the thing that get me is that we talk about how open we are when we hold our conversations, particularly when we're getting to know somebody. And what I mean by that is that, say for instance, motherfucker is fucking somebody else. We don't give a shit. Keep it a buck. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of fucking with this other dude. I kind of feel some type of way about him, or, I understand me and you talking, but right now, but kind of having this guy on the other end. But okay, well then shit, bet. Well then, while I go do my thing, you do your thing. If we meet in the middle on occasions, cool. If not, cool. Conversation rules the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some of y'all are out there like, it don't work like that. Maybe for y'all it don't. Maybe it don't for y'all because you're still on an immature level of communicating. When you have two grown-ass adults that have a mutual agreement or come to an understanding, it's not that hard. It's not. Sure, you may feel some type of way a little bit, but you have to respect the fact that that person was like, you know what, I'm kind of fucking with somebody right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you, I ain't 100% sure if it's serious, but right now we just smashing and so on and so forth. So if I don't get back with you like on a regular, that's what's going on. Shit, cool, bet. Could absolutely respect that.
I would have no issue with that. Like I said, I've got my own other shit going on too. I ain't not fucking with nobody on the level that we like just
Right.
fucking sitting on the phone 3, 4, 5 hours till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I'm not doing that with nobody else.
No doubt.
But I ain't just shutting nobody else off either. I'm still fucking around with other girls. Bet.
Exactly.
So
And like you say, that investment in time, 3, 4, 5 hours. Okay, ladies, you want to be chaste. Get that. But at the same time, when do you feel like that you cut bait too soon on an investment as well? Because when you spend a time with somebody on the phone 3, 4, 5 hours, you invest in time as well.
mm-hmm.
You invest in energy as well. You're investing maybe small amount of effort as well. So for you to be able to just cut bait and walk away from that like it's nothing, that made me question how invested you was to begin with.
Yeah.
Or what you thought about your investment, or the willingness just to be like, all right, well, I'm done with that. Even though I didn't put this amount of time in, I'm going to go over here. That makes me think of that whole, oh, maybe the grass is green on the other side type shit. Then you find out it's actually fucking gravel. I don't know. But yes, if they're willing to invest that same amount of time and come up empty, all right.
I have another question for the listeners
And
out
we need
there.
answers now. We need them.
And this ain't just directed towards women. Anybody can answer this.
Right.
the last time that you were vibing with somebody, and then you ended up not feeling it no more.
Right.
How did you go about ending it? Were you upfront with this person? Hey, not feeling this. You know, I think we should be, because you can tell when somebody is really there and they're trying to see where it can go.
Right.
You really can tell this shit. It's really not that hard. If you open up your eyes and you get past that, you get past like any kind of infatuation.
Right.
If you have a sexual relationship, I know that can kind of hinder and blind you a little bit and shit. But once you get past all of that, you could tell if somebody is trying to see where this can go,
right?
Or not, because their actions will dictate and back up that behavior.
Exactly.
So, how did y'all handle that? If somebody you were vibing with that was vibing with you was wanting to see where this could go, how did y'all handle it when maybe you ended up not feeling the same way? The more you got to know this person, the more you thought that y'all should just be friends and it shouldn't go no further. How did y'all handle that? Was it you just say fuck it, radio silence, don't talk to them no more?
Ghost.
Or did you actually be an adult and say, hey, look, listen, I think, me and you were not really on the same page. I don't want to lead you on, anything like that. I really want to know this shit.
Bro.
I want to know.
We need answers. My
T-shirts coming soon.
Yes. Yes. It's going to be awesome, too. I honestly think that I'm going to shoot the lady some bail. Small amount. And I'm going to tell you why. I think
they say we don't ever cut for them. No way.
At all. Now, I say I'm going to shoot you some bail. I didn't say I was going to bail you out. I think they hold that conversation. But with the caveat that they still want to keep them around. They will sit up there and hold it. Why? Because if they're talking to somebody on the other end, they're not 100% sure how this is going to fade out. But they want somebody to play shortstop. Somebody that they could cry, lean on, that's going to cut for them, just in case this bullshit that they got going on ain't 100% solid. So they may come, you know what, it ain't necessarily working out just yet, quite yet, but I want us to be cool. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being friends if it doesn't work out, but the motive behind it. Do you truly, genuinely want to be friends with this person because y'all vibe, y'all cool, this, that, and other? Or do you have him waiting in the wings because you feel like, well, I just need somebody to be around just in case. I like him, but I don't want him to fuck with nobody else, just in case. Is he your JIC nigga, or is he a genuine friend? That's the biggest thing.
And I'll be honest, just like how you shot him some bail, I'm going to give it to you straight up. I think a lot of women, JIC.
Yep. JIC, that is it. They will, JIC nigga. You know what? I know that if I call, he'll pick up. I miss our conversations. I miss us hanging out. You know what? I miss all the things that they miss to have around, but they don't want to have you at the forefront.
And I'm not saying niggas don't do that too, but
right.
Niggas, when they really not feeling a girl, they really will. Look, it is just because to be friends.
Right.
Like, I'm not feeling, I think you're cool, we can kick it, we can hang out, we can chop it up, but
no doubt.
I'm just not there. That's typically how that goes on the men's side of things.
That's true.
So that's where I'm at with that.
No,
I mean,
I'm with you on it. I'm with you on it 100%.
But yeah, it was, yeah. Because I don't know if you saw me tweet. Because me and we had this conversation. It was early in the morning. I don't know if you saw me tweet the shit. I tweeted some shit.
Oh, shit.
I tweeted her. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I tweeted at her saying, fucking, Anna got my blood pressure all up this early in the morning. Ain't nobody got time for this shit. Because it literally was early in the morning we was having this conversation. We went from her telling me about something she had going on. And then we segued into that, and I was telling her about that shit, which that shit was, I mean, off and on for, I don't even fucking, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Very much so.
I don't even know how long, but it had been going on for a while, off and on. 1 minute we vibe, 1 minute we not. So
right,
whatever.
hot and cold.
But yeah, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, man, nobody got time for this shit. Supposed to be sleeping in today. Hell. Shit.
Got you up early.
Hell.
Angry, dissatisfied.
I'm like, ain't nobody got time for this shit. Man.
Oh, damn. You kids. I swear.
Oh, man.
I swear.
That's the homie though.
No doubt. No doubt.
that's the homie. Man.
It's always good when you got somebody, like I say, that you can, especially somebody of the opposite sex, somebody that you can bounce those ideas off of, have those conversations with, and they're able to provide certain insight that I wouldn't say was overlooked, but they can provide more details for.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of shit talking, she can most definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
She can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Geminis, it gets to a point where, like one of my brothers used to always say, he's like, if you're going to date a Gemini, you need to ask, how do you like to be pursued, or what are some of the things your front stage self like and your backstage self like? Because if I'm finna be dating two different people, I need to know the ins and outs of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm a Gemini. I'm a little bit off. You think? I need to know, okay, what do you like? Okay, what does your other split personality like?
Mm-hmm.
Before we even go any further.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, the
You ain't
chase.
lying, shit. Because I know me, as a Sagittarius, I'm super impatient.
Right.
I do not have time for the bullshit. I like to get right with the shits, man. I like to get right with the shits. I'm not saying rush into anything,
Right.
but just it be established from the get go.
From jump.
What's happening? You know, I'm too impatient for this shit, man. I ain't got time. Man.
Say it. It's my thing. Like, I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn and I'm bullheaded,
Mm-hmm.
which means I could be stubborn and bullheaded about once I get my claws in something, or when I dig in deep with something. Yes, I'm steadfast. I pursue it because I'm hard-headed like that.
That passionate shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Exactly. I'm with it.
Woo, I be.
Damn it. When I say I'm done with some shit, I'm actively and stubbornly done with it. If I say that I'm not going to change my mind, that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, well then, fuck it, I'm done. Bet that. That doesn't mean, oh well, he gonna come back around. No, when I say I'm done, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that shit seriously. When I say, okay, we gonna see who gonna cave first, and I'll be damned if it's gonna be me.
Oh yeah, because she tried to defend the Geminis.
Uh-huh.
Because she's also a Gemini too.
Right.
And she tried to defend it. She was like, "You'll be back." Gemini's having a personality that people are typically attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Would you put money on that?"
Right.
I was like, you obviously don't know me too well. Then.
Let's bet on
You really
it.
do not know me too well. Shit.
Like Doc Holliday, say when.
Shit. Because
Say when.
I'll be stubborn just to prove a point.
Yes, I don't care.
Just to prove you wrong.
At all.
You think I'm going to go
Period.
running back to that shit?
Bet.
It ain't even got. Even if I wanted to run back to that, I won't just because you think I will.
Exactly.
I'll do shit like that.
Very much so.
That's how I'm built.
What I am very much so, and people know me, and they'll tell you straight up, I will cut off my nose to spite my face.
Mm-hmm.
I do not give a damn, and will be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because what people fail to realize is that, particularly with us, we're so versatile. We're very flexible, which means that bad situations don't necessarily get to us. Why? Because we always find a different way to bounce back. We are able to shrug shit off and be like, you know what, that's fucked up. But you know what, at the same time, that's what I got from it. This is what I know what to look for next time. And this is how I'm able to move on. So, no. If honestly believe, ladies, that you got hooks in a man that's chasing you, if you dealing with a real nigga, you better think again.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, fast, and a damn hurry.
Yeah. And one of the things I tried to practice daily, literally every day without fail, is self-improvement.
Right.
What comes with self-improvement is what I always say.
Mhm.
Self-awareness is important.
Key.
So anytime I go through a situation like that, I always do. Yeah, I look at what's going on, and I evaluate the situation,
Right.
and then I also, because of self-improvement, I always look at, okay, where did I go wrong in this situation?
Right.
And it always just goes back to that passionate part of me.
Right.
And what comes from that is situations like this. When I'm really feeling something, I let a lot of shit slide.
Right.
Because I'm blinded, because I feel I'm feeling you. I legitimately want to see what could happen.
Right.
And I don't let myself get to that point that often. It takes a lot for me to get there.
Right.
So I let a lot of shit slide. I gotta stop doing that.
I feel you on that. However, it also comes with a plus, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you feel like that you're passionate about it, and you invest in it, it may be hard, but when you walk away, you can walk away knowing I did my part.
Yep.
I gave it my shot.
I'm not gonna sit here and like dwell on have no regrets, like because when she was, when we were having this conversation and she was trying to get her jokes off,
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna let you get your shit off. I do the same shit. Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
That's right.
I let her get her shit off.
Right on, right on.
And she getting her shit off like, man, you need to step your game up, this and that.
Oh,
I was like, look,
shit.
I ain't got to step up a damn thing. I know what the fuck I brought to the table. I know what I'm rocking with.
Mm-hmm.
I know what type of nigga I am. You ain't fucking with no bullshit when you fuck
Right.
with me.
Point blank period.
So I ain't gonna sit here and dwell about it.
Nah.
We always use the sports metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave everything out there on that field or out on that court, win or lose, end of the day,
Yeah.
you can keep your head up. You have no regrets
At all.
I've always lived my life by, at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, today you gave it absolutely everything you got. And whatever you did,
Right.
you gave it everything you got. That's how I live my life.
I'm with you
So
on that.
I ain't with that bullshit.
Nah, because like you said, because that's what my same creed is as well. If I feel like that I gave the best that I could for that situation, and when I say that situation, that means just about any situation that pops up, I know that's a testimony to my character. I did the best that I could, fell short, cool, shit happens.
That's not even saying that you did everything absolutely right.
Right. But
I had a coach always used to tell me, look, if you're going to go out there and you're going to make a mistake, make it
Yeah.
big.
Yes.
I don't give a damn.
100%. If you're gonna fuck up 100%.
Yeah.
Don't halfway do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. 100%. I fuck with you on that.
Yeah.
But because I remember one of my good friends, Brad, he had once told me, especially
I
when it comes down to
remember
women, Brad.
Good
yeah,
old Brad.
Good old Brad.
And it was
my
fucked
boy.
up that night.
Right. Crickets.
And it was fucked up.
he broke it down. He was like, it was a long time ago. Me and him was chopping it up and we was talking about a similar situation. He was like, man, at the end of the day, you just gotta always remember, somebody at some point in space and time was tired of her bullshit. Women, as much as we love y'all, as much as we care about you, as much as fine and beautiful as you think you are, somebody's not gonna put up with your bullshit. You do not have a golden ass. Somebody eventually is gonna thump you off and just gonna be like, it is what it is. And if you haven't experienced that yet, you will. You will. And fellas, if you feel like you're dealing with somebody who has a woman that has a golden ass or feels like her shit don't stink or whatever, and well, nobody is tired of her bullshit, because if I stop talking to her, somebody will fill your void, fill that void. Be the first. Be the first to be tired of her bullshit, because just like how we don't like begging antelopes, women don't either. Mm-mm. So when we hold steadfast and we be like, you know what, I'm tired of your shit. Hold on, wait, what? But
I got look at you sideways.
Yeah, they gonna be like, wait, hold on. I got a golden ass. I got the golden glove. You're supposed to want all of this, what I provide and what I bring. A lot of times, women, you can bring a lot of things. You can bring the perfect ass, titties, face, but you can also bring the perfect headache. And sometimes it's not an aspirin big enough to deal with that type of emotional hurt, frustration, and ache. So sometimes that shit for the birds.
Yep. And on the opposite side of that, if you're going through a situation where you're putting your all into it and you have no regrets, you know you gave it everything you got, and it don't work out.
Right.
Don't think just because it didn't work out that when you go to the next person, you got to change something about yourself.
Right.
That's on that person that didn't accept what you have to offer.
That's right.
Don't change yourself. If you went into it and you know you weren't on top of your game, you were fucking around too much, that's a scenario. Okay, you need to change something.
Exactly.
But if you, like I said, you look yourself in the mirror,
right,
that's on them. I gave it. I did everything I could, tried, didn't work out. Boom.
Right.
I'm not gonna go to the next person with the mindset that damn, well that one didn't work out, so maybe I need to try something different, because then you're portraying yourself as something that you're not with the next person.
And that person,
and that ain't gonna work
at all. And they may be looking for exactly what you tried to provide for for the previous person. They may be looking for that communication, that consistency, that steadfastness, that bonding, that investment, that effort. But if you switch it up before even giving them a decent chance to even see that genuine side of you, you're already starting behind the count.
Yeah.
You're already down 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
That down fast. So no, still be yourself. That person probably fell short. That's on them.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause that shit, woo.
That is on them.
Yep. And I know we give a lot of advice. We haven't done just the advice segment.
Right.
But I know we do give a lot of advice. But advice segment time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to reiterate what I said earlier. Never, ever, 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 ever sacrifice your mental health chasing somebody else.
It is not worth it.
None. Whatso fucking ever. Nothing will come from that in the end.
Mm-mm. It's not worth it.
Because if you do that, chasing somebody else, they hold all that power.
Mm-hmm.
And then all they got to do to get what they want in the future is to threaten to leave.
That's it.
And because you sacrificed your mental health and you're holding on to this toxicity.
Yeah.
I think that's the word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're holding on to this shit. Literally, all they have to do is, well, if you don't give me this, I'm just going to leave. And then you, no, fuck that.
Right.
Nope.
It ain't worth it.
I will not do it. I will be single for the rest of my life before I let somebody come into my life and fuck up my mental.
Right.
That's why I said a while back, date somebody that understands how important your mental health is to you.
Right.
And makes it a priority for themselves as well.
Yes. That is very underrated.
Your mental health needs to be as important to them as it is to yourself.
That's right.
As well. You have to date somebody that takes your mental health seriously as well.
Right.
Because
and they take
it won't end up good in the long run if you don't.
It won't. And hopefully they take their mental health as serious as well. Because some people just, they overlook it. Oh, it ain't that big a deal. But so many people are carrying past relationship trauma on to new relationships and don't understand why the shit ain't working out. Because you've been fucking broken up, been stepped on from previous shit that you bringing over from into your new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work like that. Like you say, if it is going to encroach, impact negatively your emotional or mental health, that shit ain't worth it. Because then, like you say, when you're doing all the investment and that person realizes it, that control kicks in, and then they play on that fear. Because they realize that they know, I know that he's afraid that if I walk out that door and not come back, he'll do anything. If I tell him that I will walk out, watch and see how he changes. They know that. They know they have that power and that control. So yes, if you are willing to, you just can't give that up. You could give up a lot of things. You could compromise a lot of things. But if you're willing to compromise your mental health and give up all the control, you're in for a long ride.
No. Because I know when I'm first starting to invest in a woman and I'm really trying to get to know her, and I don't even feel like these are too penetrating a question. If so, then you're probably not the person for me anyway if you think that these are penetrating. But I'll ask questions like, how was your household growing up?
Yes.
What was your relationship like with your parents? Are they still together? How was your relationship with your dad?
Right.
What kind of things did you see growing up?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things were you exposed to growing up?
Right.
Because parents think their kids don't see. Kids see this shit.
They're human
It may
reporters.
not register with them until they get older.
Right.
But I remember shit from when I was a kid that didn't really, hit with me until I got older.
Right.
And I found out just how much it affected me, seeing that when I was younger and being exposed to that.
Right.
So I ask these kinds of questions so I know what the hell I'm getting into.
Ahead of time.
You meet a girl that has daddy issues, or maybe her daddy wasn't around. She's gonna have abandonment issues.
Mm-hmm.
You try to leave, that self-esteem issue is gonna kick in.
Yes.
Please don't leave me. This
Right.
and that. You got to deal with all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
I'm a firm believer in who somebody is starts in the household when they're a child.
Very much so. Because like I say, they're human recorders. They witness it, they see it, they digest it, but they can't break it down until, like you say, you get older. Then you start replaying it. Hold on, wait. Yeah, you remember, because as a kid, they'd be like, oh, I remember mom and dad playing around with each other. And, you know, he kind of pushed her down, but they got up and played. Then you get older and you're like, wait, hold on. They was actually fucking fighting. They was actually getting into it. Then how does that change your whole viewpoint from a child to an adult to your relationships? Because it all flows together in some shape, form, or fashion. Like you say, to ask those questions is not invasive, not penetrating. If anything, they're great conversation starters to get to know a person. You can only talk so much about social media, about fucking what's going on with entertainment or whatever else. But if you want to get with the shits and get to the serious meat and potatoes of it, you ask about a person's past and their household and what that looked like.
Mm-hmm. And just like we were talking about last week about the conversations that need to be had early on, these are conversations that need to have early on. Ladies, ask these questions to your man. What was his household like growing up?
Right.
Did he grow up with a dad in the house? Mm-hmm. Did he grow up seeing his dad put hands on his mom?
Exactly.
Because that a lot of men that are in jail on domestic abuse charges, I guarantee you a large percentage of them saw that type of behavior when they were a kid and thought it was okay. My daddy put hands on my mom.
She's still there. They stayed together. So on and so forth. It plays a role. And say, for instance, if he did see it, and it could go either way. He may decide not to throw him. That seeing my mom like that, seeing what he did, I'm totally against domestic violence. I'm totally against child abuse, which all people should be. But at least you have a firm understanding of why. These are the type of questions, like you say, that needs to be answered.
Because then men that put hands on women, it's not even just limited to seeing their dad do it. It could be their dad wasn't around,
right?
So they saw their mom parading a parade of guys in and out the house all the time.
Yep.
Doesn't have to do with anything physical, but he just has a low vision of women that stems from seeing his mom parade man after man, in and out of that revolving door men out of it.
Right.
He has just a low respect for women because of that.
Yep.
So he fuck around. He put hands on you. He's verbally abusive. These are the kind of things that need to be found out, early on.
Exactly.
Because, yeah.
Better know.
Hear what the fuck we saying.
We
laying it on.
We trying to help you in your current and future relationships.
Yes.
Even help you question some of your past relationships that you wonder why the fuck didn't work out.
I guarantee some of y'all are looking sideways at your current partner right now.
Just like that.
Well, this nigga, he did say this the other day.
Yep.
You got mommy issues, don't you?
No, they'll do it. No, they'll do it. It's all right. Blame it on us. We fine. We don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I'll take the blame.
Go down. Thundercats said that you that way. That's why you act that way. That's fine. You okay with that? Don't give a fuck.
All right.
It is what it is.
With a grain of salt.
It's
not
what
my
it
relationship is yours.
That part.
You the one that dated that nigga potential.
Exactly. Look at you. Looking at him.
Mad.
Going through his Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Angry and dissatisfied. He can't hold a job. Probably got a bike pass. A bus pass. But
like, this nigga sold me a dream. This
nigga
said he wanted to go run a Fortune 500 company. Nigga ain't even got his GED.
That nigga can't even run a fortune cookie, let alone a damn Fortune 500 company. They can't even figure a fortune cookie out.
He said they're trying to sound it out and shit.
Damn right. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Oh, we know it. We know it. We feel it because your spirits is heavy.
Yes.
I be seeing some of the shit y'all niggas be posting on fucking Facebook and shit.
I pray for y'all. I do. I pray. Yes.
Oh,
very
man.
much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Conversations. When it's a person you're really, trying to get to know, right, and you're investing time in, not just on a friendship level. You're really interested to see where it can go. Right. That's the point where these come. I'm not saying the first date. Don't sit there. Where's your daddy at on the first date?
Exactly.
I'm not saying that.
He said, "Where's your daddy at?"
But I mean, you know, once you get it in your brain that okay, I'm vibing with her. I want to actually, I want to continue to get to know her. See, that's when these conversations need to be had. So you at least know where their mental state is, so you can see what you're getting into. Whether it's going to be a fucking long, drawn-out headache.
Exactly.
Like we said, well, there ain't a Tylenol or ibuprofen big enough.
It ain't. Or
it's somebody that takes it one day at a time and values their own mental health and yours as well. This kind of shit needs to be figured out.
It needs to be discussed.
Early on.
It needs to be discussed. Mm-hmm. We got questions. Mm-hmm. Y'all need to provide answers.
Find out if they like putting gerbils in their asses, or like glory holes, or
all of that.
Or they like to eat ass, put your legs in the air and shit. Or
have them discussions, because you're gonna find your ass in a situation that you ain't ready for. You can find your ass in a situation you was not prepared for.
That moment where y'all be in the bedroom and she be like, I want to tie you up today. Oh, she gonna tie me up. All right, baby, let's go. Tie me up. Then. She tie you up. It is. She pulled that vibrator out.
Bruh.
She be like, oh yeah, motherfucker, you ain't going nowhere. She just get to work.
Bruh, y'all better have these questions. Y'all better ask. Look, you better start asking. Mm-hmm. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Mm-hmm. Cause I'm taking the whole headboard off.
Oh shit!
I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I do not have time. Shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh man.
Damn
shit.
right.
She tie your ass up and you think she going to go put on some lingerie? She come back in there with some hot bacon grease.
Oh nah.
Throw that shit on your ass.
What you gonna do? You gonna squeal like a pig? Mm-hmm. You gonna be hating life.
Mm-hmm. Shit. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Find out about these people before you get knee deep in that shit.
Then it's gonna be too late. I'll see.
Find out.
Ask the question. Ask them.
Shit. Yeah. Like I said, I don't have no quick takes.
It's cool.
I've been living under a rock, relaxing, living my best life these days off. So I ain't really been paying attention to shit. Paying attention to playoffs. That's about it.
Right on.
It really bugs me how people keep moving that goalpost when it comes to LeBron.
Oh man, look, I get it. You may not like LeBron, but you gotta respect that man's game. There is no way he should have got only 16 votes, first place votes for MVP. That's just hating. That's just blatant, straight up hating. There's no other way around it. Period.
Now, in that same breath, I do agree with Giannis getting it. Number one, because it's a regular season MVP.
Right.
Everybody sitting here tripping about it because they got bounced out in the second round.
Right.
This is a regular season award.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at him getting that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit upset about him getting the Defensive Player of the Year when Jimmy Butler was cooking.
Him. Yeah.
Nigga was cooking. He didn't want to guard him. They asked him about it. He sat there and said, well, the coach told me, the coach tells me who to guard, so I go guard him. I'm like, no.
No, when you're a dominant player, you're supposed to be like, I
Jordan,
want him.
Kobe, LeBron, Kawhi, even Jimmy Butler.
Right.
If this nigga's going off, he ain't going off no more. I'm about to shut that shit all the way down. You Defensive Player of the Year, your coach is going to be all right with that shit.
Exactly.
Butler went off for 40 in that game.
If you tell him, you be like, look, coach, I got him. Well, I got him because everything you've been coming up with right now ain't working. Mm-hmm. So I got him.
And Jimmy Butler's not a volume scorer like that.
Right.
He's just one of the better two-way players in the league. Mm-hmm. I'm not knocking him. I don't want that to sound like a slight or anything like that. Oh, Jimmy Butler scored 40. No, he's capable. He has that potential.
Right.
But he's a two-way player.
Right.
Just like the last game they won against Boston. He only had 14 points.
But
who
was playing?
He was doing it on both ends of the floor.
Exactly.
Making the winning plays. And then on top of that, he's got the intangibles. He's a leader.
There you go.
That's why I didn't like his ass in Philly, because he got that Kobe shit.
Right.
He holds niggas to a higher stat. That's why I didn't like him in Minnesota either. Mm-hmm. You got all these young cats
think it's a game.
They've been the man on their team since, JV, AAU ball.
Right.
And then they got this nigga coming on. No, I want to win. Fuck that bullshit.
Right.
And you can only win one way.
That's it.
So if you don't like it, get the fuck out. That's why I didn't like him there either. Shit.
Seemed like he found a spot in Miami.
Yeah, they got some dogs down there.
They ain't lying.
I'm so mad.
Because nobody could sit up there and say, what's our boy name, the coach, Eric Spoelstra or whatever his name is? he only won because of LeBron and the Big Three or whatever. He got a group of niggas that wildly, they just now getting on, but he coaching them boys up. So that's what that is.
Shit. And then you got to think, Jimmy Butler is 30, I think 30 or 31.
Okay.
But he played 4 years of college, so he don't have as many miles on his body for 31.
Right.
So
that says a lot.
He still got at least I'd say another 4 or 5 years of playing at an extremely high level.
Right.
And then after that, he still is going to be a very serviceable player.
Right.
Number one, because he prioritizes defense over anything else.
And they'll always have a spot for you in the league for that.
Him and Kawhi Leonard are the only two players in the league, I think, over the last 5 years that have more steals than fouls.
Really?
Him and Kawhi Leonard. Upper echelon. It's a different level of defense with them two.
You ain't lying. That's when you get the ball, you see that nigga guard, you like,
shit, take the
ball, man. Damn.
Or you got to call for a screen. Get this,
get
this nigga up off me.
Right now.
Right. Them the type of niggas, they going to fight over this shit. That nigga be mad at the motherfucker.
Like, shit.
I will never forget when, before Kawhi Leonard became that dude, when he was on your squad.
Yeah, my Spurs.
And LeBron was shooting them free throws.
Uh-huh.
And he turned around because he heard that buzzer for the subs go off. And he turned around and saw Kawhi coming back in. You see him go pop. Because he knew who was finna be checking him, dude.
In for a long haul.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
I'm so disappointed in the Clippers.
They got their ass
that was one of the biggest meltdowns I've ever
they was up, what,
fucking seen.
3-1?
They was up 3-1.
Shh. Love Doc. But damn it, I mean, you 3 in a row?
3 in a row.
Nah.
With double-digit leads in all of them. Well, I don't know if they had one in Game 7 because I knew what was going to happen.
They
they were mentally done after Game 6.
What they call a nigga, playoff P?
Shit, pandemic P.
Yeah, because he was non-existent. They say nigga in the playoffs, he is nowhere to be found.
And he should have known because he gave himself that nickname. Any nigga that gives himself a nickname is like, come on,
what?
Man. Like, you ain't even done shit in the playoffs.
Are you
dude.
serious?
You ain't never won no Eastern Conference Finals. I don't even know if he's even been to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hold on.
And if he has, he got bounced out.
He gave himself that nickname?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Like, what kind of narcissistic shit is that, giving yourself a nickname? No. I frown on anybody that does that.
You can give yourself a nickname as long as I ain't regarded to your
yourself.
play. Yeah, you got whatever. Paul Bunyan. Cool. Because, whatever. But it can't be associated to your actual game and you ain't providing some shit. No, that's supposed to be.
I judge anybody that give himself a nickname. If you gave yourself a nickname, don't tell me that shit. I'm going to roast the shit out you.
Yes.
I will roast these shit out of you. Start calling him Pandemic Pito.
It fits.
But that was just a huge fucking meltdown. Now, I will say, I almost equate it to the meltdown Miami had in 2011 against Dallas.
Right.
Now, this one was worse, in my opinion, because a lot of people talk about Miami's meltdown in 2011.
Right.
And I get it. LeBron no-showed.
Right.
Basically in the finals. Chris Bosh was just on his bullshit. Dwayne Wade wasn't 100%.
Right.
But people forget, that Dallas Mavericks team wasn't no scrub.
No.
They swept the two-time defending champion Lakers.
Yeah, handled the Lakers.
Swept them niggas. Yeah. Nobody said shit about that, though. But it wasn't no fluke that they just beat Miami. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
Same way in this scenario, it ain't no fluke that Denver beat them. Denver was number 3 seed.
They won
so
no
it's
slouch.
not just
wasn't no slouch.
Jamal Murray is starting to become that player that everybody thought he was going to be when he came out of Kentucky.
Right.
He's turning into that dude.
He's showing it.
So Denver, watch them niggas.
Dude. You ain't lying.
Because Jokic might be the best center in the league right now. I know everybody says Joel Embiid.
Bruh, but Joel, availability is an ability. If you constantly hurt, you can't take that title. You can't hold that title like that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because you've shown a penchant to always be in a tub. So you could be good while you're out there, but to be the best, no, you got to be available.
And then on top of that, to be able to do the things that Jokic does,
man,
not being a prototypical center in today's game,
right?
That makes it even better to me. He's slow. He ain't athletic whatsoever. Right? But the nigga will give you 20 and 10 on a bad day.
Yes. He can assist. He's a bad man.
Yeah, he's that dude. And Gary Harris, I don't think they're going to beat the Lakers.
Right.
But I mean, hey, anything can happen in this bubble. No home court advantage. I knew the Clippers were fucked.
Right.
After that game 6.
You knew the
I
writing was
knew
on the
they
wall.
were fucked. I didn't even bother watching game 7 because I knew what was going to happen.
Knew it was already it was in the cards already.
Mm-hmm. Just like, and I hate bringing this up.
Okay.
And I know you probably not going to like me to bring this up either, but I don't want to bring this shit up either. When Ray Allen hit that shot.
You know what, folks? It was great to have you here. Join us for episode
This nigga about to
53.
kick me off the show.
This nigga here brought up one of the most painful shit that a nigga could ever relive.
Can I just get my point out
Go
real
ahead.
quick?
Go ahead.
This hurt me a lot too.
Uh-huh.
McGrady was on that team. They had signed McGrady. I was like, man, McGrady about to get him the ring, dude. They done roped off the court.
Everything.
They was wheeling that trophy out there. And this nigga Ray Allen said, put that shit back.
And he did. And I hate it.
I knew after that game 6 that it was over in game 7.
Right.
Because Spurs were an older team.
Mm-hmm.
Their big
They had
three
wheels.
were older. They put everything into winning that game.
Right.
So you got to go back for a game 7.
It was done. And it ripped
Physically, they were done.
And emotionally, you to lose like that, to have your heart ripped out while you was seconds away from claiming another title and had it happen? Nah.
And you know, I cut for Coach Pop. I know everybody says Phil Jackson. I think Greg Popovich is the greatest NBA coach in NBA history.
Mm-hmm.
But he fucked up in that series.
You damn right he did.
He played Ginobili too much. I'm sorry to say it.
No.
Put McGrady's ass out there.
Look, Ginobili is good, but he make too many mistakes. He's careless with the ball. You know, he have his moments. Yeah, but he also have a lot of make you pull your hair out type
And
shit.
he laid an egg in that game.
Bruh.
And you got a 7-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, and a guy that can play the point guard spot
Right.
at 6'9"
Why not take
at
advantage
the
of it?
end of the bench.
Bruh. Too busy got that nigga out there running around with that monkey ass on the back of his head. That's what it looked like Ginobili had.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it was frustrating. That cut deep.
Yeah, that
Real
shit
deep.
hurt me because Mook was mad at me. Because, you know, he was running with Miami at that time.
Right.
Mainly because of Dwayne Wade.
Mm-hmm.
He was running with Miami at that time. But then when San Antonio signed McGrady, I was like, yeah, Mook, I got to go with the odds.
Got to.
I got to go with my boy. I was like, dude, you would do the same thing. If San Antonio signed Iverson, you'd be doing the same thing. You'd be rooting for him. I just wanted McGrady to get a ring.
That's it.
That's all I wanted. But no, Ray Allen fucked that shit up.
Shit.
I got so pissed up when I heard him. I seen him mouth the words, "Take that shit back," dude.
Bruh.
Almost like that nigga saw them wheeling that trophy out at the corner of his eye and said, "Oh hell no!"
Let me go ahead and what was his name? Jesus Shuttleworth.
Mm-hmm.
Fucker.
I heard they're considering making He Got Game 2.
I did hear about that.
I also heard they want to do a remake to White Men Can't Jump.
I did
Don't
hear
know
that.
really know how I feel about that. I'll put it like this: I'm all for it if Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson are still running the courts like King and Duck.
That's how I thought about it.
And you get 2 new guys, and then they
come
got.
in.
I'm all for it. With
Yes.
that. Like they don't have to even have to be in the home. They can just come in at the end.
Yeah,
and
just
you had
a
a big
little-
game in the end.
That's it.
I'm all for that. But
Give me
if
that.
they just try to do a whole new shit and they not
With
even
the same
involved at
character?
all,
Nah. Same way with House Party, all that shit.
Yeah,
No. Don't do it
I'm not rocking. But
at all.
hell yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. We actually
Likewise.
stretched it to an hour.
Yeah, we make that shit work. We gave him something to chew on, snack
You know,
on, and
got
hold
some
him on.
jokes on.
Yeah, it worked
Yeah.
out great.
Real good, real good. Shit. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Anything else? Shit. As always, this your boy, the Bad Guy P-Mac.
Hey, it's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man.
Episode 53. I'm going to let our song of the week, Toni Braxton. I don't remember what the name of her album is off the top of my head, but it's a new shit.
Yes.
Shit just came out. I think it just came out either beginning of this month or in August.
Gotta move on.
There you go. But, yeah. I'm going to let this ride out. We going to get up out of here. See y'all next week. Peace.
Later.